Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales trainer or a speaker. I talk to groups of salespeople. A lot of times when I'm standing in front of an audience, they'll be asking me questions about selling, and one of the things that almost always comes up is they'll say, Claude, what about a script? Should I use a script? Okay? You know, my boss said we should follow this script. Should I memorize the script? Well, my opinion is this: you should never read a script. In other words, just sit there and read a script, because it's almost impossible, unless you're a great actor, it's almost impossible to read a script and not sound like you're reading a script. And if somebody can tell that you're reading a script, they are disengaged completely. They're not listening to you anymore, because to them, you're just reading them a story. See? They don't want to really hear it. They just want to get rid of you. They just want to get off the phone. And so that's why if you sound like you're reading a script, which is what most telemarketers sound like, people, the guy on the other end is just hanging up, and you're getting hang up after hang up after hang up after hang up, mostly because it's not like you're talking to them. They feel like you're just reading a script. But here's why I suggest memorizing great answers to objections, memorizing a great opening, memorizing great answers to questions. Here's why. When somebody asks a question to you over and over and over again, in other words, let's say you do 100 presentations, and in 75 of those presentations, somebody said, your product is kind of heavy. Okay? Or your product is, how much does your product weigh? Well, there's so many different, I'm just going to use that as an example. There's so many different ways you can answer that. Well, you can wing it, and one of the ways of winging it says, well, it's 16 pounds. Oh, and they go, oh, I don't know, man, that seems kind of heavy. I don't know, 16 pounds. You got anything lighter? Now you're just way off track. See, now you got no place. Now you got to try to bring them back to where you were, and it's going to be very, very hard, because now they're on this, oh, woe is me, this is not what I want. And now they're going to start coming up with objections. Now you got no, and once they come up with objections, they're arguing with you. It's going to be very hard to bring them back to where they're just accepting what you're saying, and you're not talking to them as though it's a discussion anymore. You're talking to them as though you're trying to convince them of something, and people that can see that you're trying to convince them are repulsed by that. People don't like that. Okay, they want to feel like they're just having a discussion, and you're a concerned advisor, and you're trying to help them. Okay? So here's why you need to know a good answer for every objection. Because of all the things you could say, somebody says, let's say this, somebody says, how much is this? Or do you have payments? Do you have a payment plan? Well, you know what? There's like 1,000 different ways to answer that. Well, here's the problem with that. Of the 1,000 different ways you can answer that, and if you're winging it, you're going to think of, every day you're going to be thinking of a different answer, 1,000 different answers. Probably 800 of those are bad. 800 of those 1,000 answers are bad. They will hurt the sale. They will make that person less likely to buy from you. Okay? Maybe 185 of those, 190 of the ones that are left of those 1,000 answers. Okay, 185 of those 1,000 answers are going to be neutral. In other words, the people will go, okay, that's okay, fine, and you answered my question, but that's not going to make them want to buy. Okay? Maybe 4 or 5 of the answers are really good and will really pull the sale along and help you sell better. See? For example, if somebody says, do you have payments? And let's say we do have payments. I would say, is that how you'd want to get it? If you got it, would it be on payments? Now, why did I say that? Because now they're going to say, well, yes. Well, to them, they didn't really just buy. It's not like that. But now they're going, well, yes. Now they're kind of pursuing you. Like I kind of want this. Do you have payments? I mean, that's really kind of what they're saying. And that's the feeling that they have when they're saying it. Well, yes, that's how I would get it. If we got it, we would like to have payments. Okay? And then you can say, well, you know, we have several different kinds of down payments available. You know, we have this and this and this and this. Which would be the most preferable to you? Oh, well, the down payment, could we do this down payment? Yeah, we can go ahead and do that if you'd like. And by the way, one of the great things you're going to like about this is that the payment is far less, the monthly payment is far less than your down payment. So, you know, if you can if you can handle the down payment right now, that monthly payment's just not going to hurt you in any way. It's going to be very, very easy, don't you think? And they're like, well, yeah, you know, it was $300 down, but it's only $80 a month, and doggone it, that's, you know, almost nothing, see? But you could have just said, yeah, our payments are $80 a month, and they're going, oh man, $80 a month, that seems kind of high. You know, our cable bill is only $75 a month, and we got rid of the cable bill. So there's ways of asking the question that don't lead them down a bad path. See, that's why you need to memorize the best answer for every objection. You need to figure out what that answer is, and one of the best ways to figure out what the best answer is for every objection is, if you gave that objection, what would convince you? What answer could somebody give you that you would go, well, that makes perfect sense. That sounds good. You know, like if they say, well, how heavy is this? Well, let's find out. You know, it's exactly how heavy. Go ahead and pick it up, sir. Can you handle that? Yeah, I can handle that. Great. And you know what? See, he wanted to know how much it was, how much it weighed. Bend over and pick it up once. Can you handle that? Yeah, I can handle that. Oh, okay. See, now what have we done? Now he's just told you, yeah, I can handle that. So he's like saying, well, yeah, it's almost a way of him saying, yeah, that sounds, I can do this. This is good. I want this. This is something that I can do. See? That's what you want to do, man. You just want to make it so that your answer propels the sale forward. Don't wing it. Because this is another way of saying that you wing it. That is a method, by the way. Winging it is a method. I call it the beginner method. Because you don't know what to say. You don't have the best answer to their question or the best answer to their objection. My suggestion is that you get my book, One Call Closing, which has all the closes and all the methods of getting them from starting to see a presentation to signing on the dotted line and giving you the money. It covers all of those aspects of selling. But the first half of selling, which is getting the best prospect in the first place, somebody that's highly likely to buy from you anyway, is my book, Sales Prospecting, the ultimate guide to finding highly likely prospects that you can close in one call. And it's on Amazon.com. Okay? Thank you.